because I was striking towards the face, eyes, it was having a reaction. Boom! 1, 2, continuing. I'm letting my body, but this is for movement. It's practicing weights on the legs. 1, 2, go. And after throwing, moving, striking, and moving. You choose wherever you want to go, but wait for that feedback. I'm here, I'm seeing, striking. My idea is, if I was preparing and now I want to stab, I'm stabbing and moving, not remaining there. I'm not making this. Because this drill, it's why I'm stabbing him in my visualization after I prepare. Because I'm identifying that he's going to deploy his blade, so I'm striking and evade from there immediately. So this is the concept. Yeah. So take from your, from your view, the idea of remaining in the place and making this. This we make only in a confined space. When I'm in an elevator or something, and now I'm using my body to pin him with all my body, or if he wants to deploy, to pin his hand, catch, and deliver my strikes. In rest, if I have the space to evade, I will not be there. I will strike and go away. Yeah. So have this in mind to go from the X. Not a striking, think first of on movement. So every time when I'm having my knife in my hand, I'm not thinking first to strike, I'm thinking that I must go from here. So in the moment in which I'm doing this, I'm also striking. Bringing, when I'm twisting from this position and I'm putting it in my hoodie. I'm having the blade in a reverse grip, but I'm here in front to strike, I'm striking, moving. Why this is not dangerous in a reverse grip? Because I will not catch nothing but my hoodie. If I have it in a hammer grip, it's possible that maybe I'm catching it. But because it's on long side of my hand and on my palm, this it will be very easy only to take it and to strike. So think, I'm giving only some ideas, but work with this type of concept. Of course, in a seminar here, we cannot work, I don't know how many techniques, but use this principle and try to implement. Because I repeat, a real bad guy will have the blade prepared, it will be here. No chances ever, doesn't matter how good you are and fast with the blade to deploy it, him to be very close to you and to be able to deploy that in time. This is the reason why the dirty knife tactics are a higher topic, a higher tactic, rolled in a newspaper. So basically it's a newspaper and inside it has a knife. And if you come a little bit in my left, and this guy has the knife here, and the first that is stabbing is one civilian that is near him. He's waiting for this guy, he's looking at him until he's taking his awareness and he's looking in another direction. And then, easy, he's beginning to take the knife from inside, so the knife it was rolled. It's taking outside and it's stabbing the individual in the neck, and also another one that it was in front. So, the main idea is that how I say also earlier, our brain cannot see further than the first picture. So if I'm rolling now a knife here, yeah, and I'm taking this in my hand, your brain is identifying that I have a newspaper. Yeah? If I have only these papers or two papers, these maybe are a little bit too much, and the knife here, I can stab directly. I neither need to roll out how this guy was doing to take the knife from there. So I have only two pieces of paper and the knife here in a small grip, maybe a little bit like this, and when I want to stab, I only clinch with the knife and this paper will not do nothing, the knife will penetrate. Now the same idea, look, I have a tall guy. If I have the knife, only to make you understand that all the time you must check for not only what you are seeing, but also maybe it's behind something that he is hiding. If I'm here and he's my victim, and I only twist a little bit with the back, and from my pocket I'm taking the knife outside and I'm putting it here now. He's seen the papers, but I have the knife here. It's only boom. Why? It's different levels. He has seen that I'm reading something. So look behind the first visual clue. Again, I remind you, don't be paranoid every time. But when you have that instinct that is telling you that something is wrong, understand that every time it can exist something else there. How you are keeping the paper, for example. Exactly like this. I have only moving my blade and putting here. nothing is seen. I can let it also move down, and also the ones that are in front, they are not seen. I need to use it, I'm only stabbing over. What chance to have, doesn't matter how many weapons you have, how skilled you are, how you want to deploy faster the blade than somebody that has already the hand, and you neither were having the chance to identify that he's carrying a weapon. So please understand these concepts are very important, and this you can use also. So if the bad guys are using this, I can use it also. If now this guy was my target, a potential threat for me, and I have this newspaper and the blade here, how I was showing you, I make the same technique by twisting, having like reading in this position, twisting, deploying my blade, hiding it, and now I have the blade prepared. I'm only letting the papers here, or standing in this position, or if he's the only guy I can stay like this, or it doesn't matter. He's seeing this, but I have the blade prepared. So understand that nothing will beat the criminal tactics. Yeah? This is the reason why normal civilians are victims. Because they are not they cannot put themselves in the mind of the criminal. But when you understand this, you can improve your chances of survival. Here, I have 1, 2 doors. I can access it from the lateral, exactly going up. I can access it from the back, from down up in a diagonal angle. Why diagonal? The kidneys are protected, the upper part of it, by the last rib. I'm striking there, striking towards the kidneys. And basically it's 1, 2 on the side if I want to go there, or 1, 2, because I was striking towards the face, eyes, it was having a reaction, boom, going 1, 2. Something is going wrong. I can use the wall. I'm putting the tourniquet, putting my body towards the tourniquet is fixed. I'm taking it from here, hard as I can. I can move in this situation. I was saying that I can move the hand, so I'm coming around. If I'm passing now to the idea of ambushing and why civilians must learn to ambush, is because what I was saying yesterday. Yesterday I was telling you that you as civilians can be in situations in which you must ambush the bad guy. And a simple scenario is the one with the church that I was giving you in France, with the terrorist that was entering in the church, stabbing the people. If now I am in that particular scenario and you put yourself in that scenario, you are with your family members at the church, and suddenly somebody is entering inside, stabbing people around, but you are not the main target, the first target, automatically this is transforming you in the one that can ambush the other guy. Yeah? So we use now ambushing techniques to eliminate that threat that can kill people around. Now, when we talk about knives and ambushing, we have 2 types of situations. Situations in which the targets, our targets, will be armed with fire weapons, and situations in which they will be armed with knives. If they are armed with fire weapons, very bad situation. I'm never promoting the idea of fighting with a knife against a fire weapon. Fire weapon is the superior weapon all the time, it's remaining like this. If it's the only, in this moment, Hollywood scenario that we can think, and it will be the only weapon that we have, and we are in a particular situation in which maybe active shooter scenario, and we barricade ourselves in the room, putting object in front, understanding the concept of concealing or covering. Yeah? Many people are not knowing that there are existing 2 types of protections. Only one is protecting you that bullets are not passing. Yeah? The concealment, an object, if I am with this door and I'm staying here, this is only concealment. It's hiding my body. This all wall, it's protecting, it's covered. Bullets will not pass, yeah? Depending on the caliber. I'm not talking about big machine. So it's very important to understand that if I am barricading myself with my family, with the others in this type of situation, and the only tool that I have is a knife, of course, I must use the last concept of this run, hide, fight to fight. Hiding, when we talk about hiding, I'm not referring people hiding under the desk or hiding in positions from where you cannot fight. There are many active shooter scenarios. We see also the situation now in Europe, many terrorist attacks, it's increasing this type of level. Many other things will happen in the future. So the concept of hiding is not referring to hiding under the desk like in other active shooter scenarios where students were hiding under the desk. It was coming the active shooter, finding there and shooting them in the head. Hiding means that you choose a special location tactically that it's allowing you to make something with your weapon. For example, if I will have this door, the best place where I can use, this is calling the tunnel funnel. This is the threshold. Here, it will be the place where the enemy will enter. So if I have a knife and I'm standing in that corner, and he has a fire weapon, I'm dead. If I have a knife and I'm staying here in front when he's entering, I'm dead. If I'm standing in a dead angle, like here, configuration of the place I'm talking, because of the entry point, this is more suitable, it's giving me more percentage of making something than the other positions. If this here it will be, for example, a door, only 1 second, this will be a door here, that angle means left or right of this door. If the door is opening in this direction, means that my place where I will stay, it will be here. Because if it's opening the door, if it's entering, I will be blocked by the door. Yeah. Now, many of the population is right-handed. So in the perfect concept, the dead angle it will be if the door is opening in this way, and if it's right-handed, then it will have the rifle in this position. So when it's entering, I am on the rifle side, so I can grip or make something and deliver my attack, if you understand the concept. Of course, we are not talking here about, I don't know what techniques, John Wick and so on. I'm only trying you to understand that if that is the only solution, it's existing a tactical point where you can fight against that. Now, if I am able to use my weapon and I have civilians around me, it's a very important topic and has an automatic fire weapon. Doesn't matter where I will stab him, the physics for the idea of contracting the muscle will push that trigger because of the pain. Everywhere you stab will create pain. Everywhere you create this reaction, pushing the trigger. If he has an automatic weapon and you are focusing only on the idea of stabbing your target, delivering how many strikes, but without controlling the muscle, the direction of the fire weapon, the people around can die because of this. So this is a very bad situation. I only tell you this like an information to understand that it's not so simple like people are believing. Now, if my target has a knife, then the situation is changing. The outcome is better because even if it's contracting, even if it's doing different movements, it cannot reach with that knife if the people are in a safe location or in a corner. They cannot reach me. Up. And when I'm entering, I'm taking it in the same time my blade is going like in this position, and I'm taking it towards me. So my hand is coming around the neck, even if it's putting the head inside, it's near me, and the blade is pushing inside, if I'm in a reverse grip. Now, if I'm in a reverse grip, I cannot anymore slice the carotid, so I change this with a blade that is coming up, subclavian, behind the clavicle, subclavian, we have the subclavian artery, and then directly towards the heart, and this is also putted, I can go with it down. Yeah? So this blade will insert behind the clavicle, going towards the heart. This something like this, one, and immediately I'm twisting the blade, coming down, twisting on it. I'm going together, going on he's a little bit taller for me. If it will be more taller, I can also catch if he has good closes, from the closest. The first time I need him very close towards me. If it's a t-shirt, I don't recommend because he can break. So I prefer to go towards, inserting the blade inside, twist it, take it out. That is the shock the first shock that is delivery. If I am in a hammer grip, I am coming only with the blade inserted from up, reinforced by this hand. It's not so simple to stab something like in this way, it will be very hard angle, but here I am pushing, and now I am catching him near me. It's like in the BJJ, in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when you take the target near your body, you don't have so much space. And when I am pushing, I'm taking it also down. Then I also can rotate, begin to deliver my attacks. The other thing is not existing this, and then stab. When it's existing this, it's existing immediately reacting to my catch. When I'm catching, I'm only also entering with a stab inside. So it's done together. When I'm twisting the blade, coming behind, this is functioning, the other hand is functioning like a stopper and a force that is helping me to push that blade down. It's a body tissue, it's a tissue, it's not entering like in a butter. You must put pressure there. Then the first thing is clinching all my body near him, pushing that blade down and going with him down, breaking his base. So I need him here, blade down. Then imagine that if I'm doing this and he has a fire weapon in his hand, I want to make this when in front there are not civilians. It's a wall, it's something else. His long fire weapon, if I'm stabbing, he will press that trigger. This is the reason why I break the base and immediately I want to twist him on the fire weapon. So to pin him until all these have effect. The hard stab is not like all the time like in the movies. If you see reality, these hard stabs are passing few seconds until the victim is going a little bit falling down. Yeah? So I'm stabbing, taking the blade, and now I'm using my body to twist him and to pin him on that weapon and continue my stabs. Yeah, makes sense? Yeah. He's making that stimulus, I'm going to the ground. Immediately rising, if he's not having the knife, climbing. If I'm on him, I will isolate the elbows. If I'm in this position, very hard, access your blade. So from here, I will deploy. I am not going to my blade until I don't have a tactical advantage position. He don't know about my blade. So when he's doing this, and I'm here, I don't want to go towards my blade. He will do the same. So I have body lock, clinching, pushing my body. Still I don't go. I'm keeping control, passing, take your blade. It's taking time. I am in a superior position, taking my training, we put only one time, closing in the C-clamp, taking the other part, passing around the C-clamp, putting the blind strap. And this is it. So I am putting pressure there, or I'm putting him to make this, and I'm opening the chest still. Here inside this model, you will find this, that is the chest seal, and it's coming also with gauze. This gauze basically is for whipping the blood and fluids before to put this. Now, there are two types of chest seals, very important, when you will order yours to know what you order. These are called vented ones. You see there, it has the center and some veins here. What are doing these veins? Is when I stick it, when it's breathing in the victim, it is not permitting the air to enter inside, but it's permitting the air and the fluids to exit outside. When it's stabbing the lung, it can happen also what is calling hemothorax, blood to be in the pleura. So this drain is helping to drain the blood outside. Yeah? So very important. There are also the occlusive ones that they don't have this, but that it will develop much faster at tension pneumothorax. Yeah? What I'm doing, I'm taking my victim, twisting it, and see if he has on the back. If on the back it was an exit wound, I put the same, vented chest seal. Yeah. Most important, 2 wounds here, massive bleeding, dying immediately, let the chest seal, you treat the hemorrhage, the massive bleeding, you apply the tourniquet. tourniquet before the chest seal. Yeah, if I am taking 3 minutes to make that there, here is lying. So tourniquet first. You have the wound X here, you don't put the tourniquet on the wound, up and high, tight. You rest, all okay from my part. You have wound on the neck. Check the victim. Yeah, pressure if I don't have. There, very good. He was putting his t-shirt down. Begin to pack. Yeah. So understand very important things. Yeah. Under stress is changing. This is the reason why you need to practice. But very good, guys.
Excellent. Well done.